Welcome to Pharmacy to Dose, the critical care podcast. We're discussing critical care and its pharmacotherapy in a fun and entertaining manner. I'm your host, Nick Peters. Wherever you are and however you may be listening, thank you. So, this podcast has been a labor of love over the past 9 months. I first had the idea to start a podcast when I started diving into medical and pharmacy related podcasts about a year ago. Although they're filled with really tremendous information and hosted by talented and knowledgeable hosts, at times I found them difficult to follow or hard to understand all the nitty gritty details they were discussing in an audio format. I know many of you are thinking, I've never even heard of this Nick Peters. What could he possibly teach me that I don't know? And I absolutely agree, which is why I'm the host. In each episode, there will be a special guest, a subject matter expert, someone who has been well published in these fields, have spoken to these specific topics, treats these patients on a daily basis. And we're going to bring them in to really discuss these issues. These guests are going to be from across the country. They're going to practice in a variety of ICU settings. And so no matter where you work, the goal is that everyone will be able to get something positive, something tangible from each episode to be able to bring back to their hospital or where they practice. I wanted my podcast to reflect my favorite parts of attending a large medical conference. Great conversations, presentations from well-known pharmacists and critical care practitioners, and the chance to network and swap ideas with other practitioners. And then each episode will have some practical take home points or tips and tricks so we can bring new tools and strategies when treating critically ill patients. Now, some background on me. Who am I? So, I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and went to Butler University for my pharmacy degree. Go Bulldogs. I completed my PGY1 residency at TriStar Centennial Medical Center down in Nashville, Tennessee. And I continued my move down south to complete my second year PGY2 residency in critical care at Emory University Hospital down in Atlanta, Georgia. Currently, I practice as an ICU pharmacist at Suburban Hospital, which is in Bethesda, Maryland, a small, about 220 bed community hospital. Now, back to the podcast. So, we will be releasing episodes starting in September, and the current plan is for new episodes to be subsequently released every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. So, give us a follow on Twitter or Instagram at Pharmacy to Dose. That's TO, to dose. Our website, pharmacytodose.com, has a treasure trove of information from each episode, including episode transcriptions, recommended background readings, references we discussed in the episode, and so much more. Finally, our email is pharmacytodose@gmail.com. Reach out any way possible. If you really liked a guest or topic, let me know. If you have constructive criticism, I'm listening and would like open and honest feedback. If you have ideas on future guests or topics, please send them my way. Again, I told you, this is a passion project of mine that I've been working on for about 9 months. And it's going to take, a great group of listeners, which I know all of you are, as well as continuous improvements and feedback. And that's what we're going to be working on. So until next time, this is Pharmacy to Dose, the critical care podcast with your host, Nick Peters.